What up, y'all? It's me, Vangloriousm, and welcome back to another video. Huge shout out because we just got to 150 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's a small crawl, but you know, I'm happy that you are supporting. So for all 150 of you, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. So we're going to be talking about the 2023Z. I spoke about it before in a vlog, and I made a whole video about, oh, the time's coming, the 8.6 is going to go. Well, now we have some more finer details, not 100% final, but we have more final details about what we're going to be getting in the production version of this vehicle. So let's dive into that right now. So each and every trim, which is only going to be two, which is Sport and Performance, is going to get the VR30DD TT. So it is a twin turbo V6 motor. It's found in the Q60 already, currently in the red Sport model. So there's not going to be any plateauing here. So it's good to see that they're sticking with one engine and one engine only. We will be getting raised engineering wheels, which are forged wheels on the performance model. And we're going to get Akebono braking system as well for the performance model. So just speaking it right now, it seems that Sport is more of a base, whereas Performance is obviously more of a trim. More people have an incentive to go for it. But we get 8 color choices this time. We got Passion Red Tri-Coat, Everest White Pearl Tri-Coat, Black Diamond, Boulder Gray, Brilliant Silver, Izukuchi Yellow, Seiron Blue, and Rosewood Metallic, which is like a maroon. Pretty good palette of colors. So Nissan exec spokesperson Dan Pass basically said after the presentation on the 17th that, oh, it's going to start at $40,000. There's a good chance that that could be true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was really, really close, and it was like maybe surprisingly at $38,000. One of the designers was actually saying that it was going to surprise us where the price point was going to start. And this is after the Z car unveiling. So I'm wondering if this was just that maybe the specific specifications was going to start at that one. So maybe a performance pack equipped Z will start at $40,000, and maybe the sport equipped one will start at maybe $38,000. So I don't know if he was getting towards that or not, but either way, we still have to wait for the pricing information, and I'm just kind of prepared to already know that it's somewhere in the 40,000s. What they unveiled with the interior was really cool to me. So there are 3 different types of colors you can get for the interior. Now there's your standard black, which would be black dashboard and black everything else. But the way they split up these other 2 color selections is pretty cool. I like it. I know not everyone loves it, but they have a red, which is like black dashboard and everything else is red. And then they have that same type of situation, but also with blue. I want to segue into a story, and this is going to be a quick one, but my first car was 86 300ZX, and that was a Z31. I had a great time with that car. It was my first car, but the cool thing about it is that it was blue mist metallic on the exterior, and on the interior it was a GLL trim. So that was blue leather, digital dash, T-tops, had a Bose sound system, and it came with Bitching Betty, and that's the nickname for the automated system. It was a lady that would talk to you and let you know if your fuel level was low, if your door was open, you know, stuff like that. So I kind of had a nickname for the car. I used to name it the Glacier. So I would love to recreate that for this next car coming out. And I know what you're thinking, well, why don't you just get blue and blue again? I decided I've never had a white car before, so I would love to own white instead. So it'll be Glacier 2.0, you know? Sure, it won't be blue on the outside, but it'll be blue on the inside, just like it was before on my 86. So I would really appreciate that. That'd be super awesome. I also wanted to chat about one of the options, which is the Proto spec option. So basically, it is what the prototype car looked like. So it came with the Izukuchi yellow, and the accents on the inside were, you know, that same color, the stitching. Apparently it's going to be coming with the bronze wheels that you see on that same prototype vehicle. And it'll come with some interior badging. The door sills will have accented cloth color of that. So it'll be a special edition. I do believe that the shift knob is going to be different as well, just exclusive to the Proto spec. Do I think it's going to be really cool? Yes, mainly because there's only going to be 250 of them made. The only thing I'm not completely aware of is that I know that in order to have the Proto spec on your vehicle, you have to get a performance trim. So it's not 100% certain if the spoiler comes with that particular one, because the Proto spec that we saw that was been running around leading up to this time doesn't have a spoiler. So I'm not sure if that's going to be something that they leave off of it, or they actually add it, you know, towards the time where, you know, you can actually pick your vehicle on the configurator and whatnot. But really cool spec. I think it's going to be really nice. Most likely I'm thinking that this color, the Izukushi yellow, is going to be phased out, and they will introduce another color, which I feel like it's going to be an orange, because no orange this time around. I do feel like the rosewood metallic will stick around for the first and second year, and then they'll swap that out with a different color. But typically, each generation of Z car, what they do is that each year they introduce a new color, and then that very next year, that color is not offered, and then they replace it with something else, or vice versa. So I'm thinking they're gonna stay true with that culture of color choices. So how do I feel about this car versus the Supra? In my head, they're just two different vehicles, and I know back in the day, in the 90s, the Supra was faster than the Z, so I feel like that much is still probably going to be true. Y'all already know my car's really damn fast, so getting the Z is not going to want me to prove that the Z could be faster. This is more of an emotional response to how I got into cars. That's why this car is a little bit more special for me. I'm still gonna love the Supra so much because it's the best car that I've ever driven and owned, but there's a really special place I've always had for Zs, and I've been wanting to get back into a Z before the Supra became a thing. The A90 Supra became a thing. I wanted a 370 since the first time my friend and I went to go see it in Long Island before it came out. But I just kind of had a change of direction in my life where I wanted something that I wasn't used to, so I did go with the FRS/86. I just figured, man, like I went from not being able to modify anything with my cars because there was no aftermarket support like there is for the 86. Like everywhere you turn, there's like a part for your vehicle. It's great, and you don't have to do a lot of fabrication work. It was just a great time to get into a platform where I finally had options on how to make it like my own. So now that there is a newer iteration that's more appealing to me, because I've always loved the first generation Z cars. So the front, actually, it just absolutely hit home with me. I was like, I have to have this. And the back is nice, even though I'm coming from a Z31 background rather than a Z32 background. I did like the Z32, but at the time I wanted one, it was just kind of not possible to find one that wasn't beat to shit. So it's nice to be able to have both of those styling cues in one vehicle with a good horsepower rating and a really like nice interior, because from what I'm seeing, it's gonna have a lot of great, you know, creature comforts. Like I'm feeling the whole digital dash thing, because again, it takes me back to my 1986 300ZX. I mean, out of the 4 Z31s that I own, 2 of them had digital dash. The other 2 were just straight analog gauges. But I've always loved the digital dash. So the fact that this car has all digital dash, it'll have CarPlay and all the amenities that we're used to in today's car scene. The interior looks pretty plush for what it is. From what I'm hearing, Nissan's definitely stepped it up with interiors on the other vehicles. So this is something to be really excited about, and yeah, that's why I'm like so amped about it, and I'm so gung-ho on like, all right, I'm getting into it. So that's where that excitement comes from. But yeah, that's what I got to say about this car. What I'm most interested to see is that who else is gonna bring stuff out. Like Mazda still trademarks something that hints that there is another RX series car coming. So I'm thinking before all this electric stuff, you know, remodels the auto industry, and you know, internal combustion engines are no longer a thing, and it's either hybrid or electric. You know, whatever happens with this, it's kind of like the last of their kind type situation, and I feel like this is just going to be history repeating itself like the 90s. RX-7, NSX, GTR, Z, Supra. I don't know what Mitsubishi has up their sleeve or if they have anything, but you know, maybe they can come back with something. Maybe they'll come back with their final Evo. They'll come out of retirement real quick. So, yeah, this is a great time to be an auto enthusiast because you gotta get them before they disappear for good. That's all I got today. So let me know what you guys think. Are you getting into a Z? Do you have a Supra and you're getting out of your Supra for a Z? Do you have a 370 and you're getting out of that for the new Z? Or are you just new to the scene and this car tickles your fancy? Let me know in the comment box down below. As usual, take care, be safe, peace.